Good afternoon, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer coming to you well, not live, but from under my evergreen tree and my secret little spot in the bushes. And just want to bring you up to date that welcome to this station. And hope you have been enjoying some of these tapes. Shippy the Explorer, just trying to show the life he's living and the challenges of what to get through the day. So if they're entertaining and educational, and they're helping you to understand what is life, and try to prevent you from getting into some of these tickled moments of life, I want to say you're welcome. Do share and like and make comments and subscribe, folks, so we can build a station together, because this station seems like it's getting to be a station where it educates and informs and entertains at the same time, but we're taking serious issues and as we go along. So thanks for watching, and some of you may be wondering what we're all about, but that's what it's all about. So today, this weekend, it's a special weekend. It's actually 1:44, and Shippy the Explorer is venturing out into the eastern shore of United States, out in Delaware. You know, the metropolitan area, and I'm not sure Delaware is included in that, but the metropolitan area is Virginia, Washington, D.C., West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, even up into up into Pennsylvania to a certain extent, and Delaware. Now, I'm going to what they call a regional assembly for the Disciples of Christ Church in Canada and United States, for this region, for the eastern region. I don't know if they call it the northeast region or the eastern region, but a number of churches, the Disciples of Christ movement, our church denomination, started way back in maybe 1840s. They have regional areas where the region has maybe, this one I think has 26 churches or 46 churches, I'm not sure, but the assembly is, well, every 2 years we have this general assembly. So but what the point I'm making is, I want to tell you a little bit about history. Bethany Beach area was founded by members of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ of Washington, D.C. area in Pennsylvania. And in the original idea was not to found a town, but to find a suitable tract of land or a permanent yearly seaside assembly for the Christian churches of the country. Bethany was named by H.L. Atkinson, who won a nationwide contest. He was given a lot on the beach as his prize. Bethany still reflects the character of the early settlers. And that's the first building on the Bethany area was a tabernacle, an octagonal auditorium on the assembly ground of the Christian Missionary Society. It was dedicated July the 12th, 1901. So what is this all about? Is disciples, if you are familiar with the Bethany Beach area, the center of it, or the core, the base of it, was started by the Disciples of Christ. And we still have a tract of land from the original 15 acres of land. We still have land there. And we have the conference center where we are now using as for meetings and for retreats and all through the year. And So if you go to Bethany, you will see a section of town that's in the center, that's enclosed with a church, a little country church, and some buildings and some playground area. And you're just 1.5 block from the seaside, folks. Is one of the best areas I have seen in the United States. And we're a family oriented. You're able to go and enjoy yourself. And if you're a member of the Disciples of Christ, I think you can call the headquarters in Washington and you can get park. And you're free to, not free to park, but you pay a small fee. But that's where Shippy Explorer is exploring from Maryland. This part is maybe 2 hours and 17 minutes, 2.5 hours to the beach. And Shippy the Explorer will bring you highlights of that track. And when I'm there, then hopefully I'll give you some highlights of what's happening in the area. So if you want to take your family, that is a great place to go. Around the other area, they have hotels, public hotels where you have motels you can book and you can enjoy. But summertime is great, but every time is great if you dress up properly and venture to Bethany. So that's where I'm going, and I'll take you today, this weekend, for 2 nights overstay. So we see you on the road, and hopefully you will enjoy what I'm presenting. So thanks for watching, and I see you later, folks. Just bringing you up to date, folks. Shippy the Explorer as we venture into Bethany Beach. Just want to bring you up to date that the main road from College Park area is a matter of taking the Route 50 east. And when you reach a certain part, maybe about 30 minutes from you see a sign that just passed here, say 95 south, 97 south. And what is happening is that along this route, as you go along, there are a number of interesting spots that if you're a tourist, you can actually stop and visit. And one of them is is Annapolis. Annapolis is the capital of Maryland, and it's on the waterfront, the Chesapeake Bay area. And actually that Annapolis was used at one time as the capital of the United States when the White House, I think the White House was under renovation or something was happening in DC. So at one point the seat of the government of the United States was at Annapolis. But one of the things that are in Annapolis is the Naval Academy, and that's where the boys and girls that are in the Navy, they get trained in that school, that college. And that's a beautiful area, folks. It's those of you people who can afford boat, that's where they dock some of their boats. And then you have, of course, the naval ships and all that in the region. Annapolis is quite quaint and some small homes, but very expensive, I think, to get into that area and live. But I think it's a wonderful town to live in. So another interesting thing is, as you cross the going east along this route, is we're gonna come up soon on the Bay Bridge. It's one of the longest bridges in this part of the country, and it cuts across, spans the Chesapeake Bay. I think it's I'm not sure if it's 12 miles long or what, but that's for some people to see if you can look that up and see. So the of course, if it's Annapolis area, you see we can start to see a lot of rivers, and up the rivers and up the bays, a lot of people do live along those areas. So it's if you like waterfront, then Annapolis is for you folks. And of course, it's not too far from just the exit to Annapolis already. It's not too far from Baltimore, where we have the BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport, Thurgood Marshall Airport. So another thing is, you drive along 50, you'll notice that the trees, some of the trees are changing colors already, and I wish my GoPro would act up right so you can see the vibrancy of the colors in fall. See Baltimore Naval Academy, 1 mile. So you're going over the you can see we're going over the one of the bridges and over one of the rivers that flows out of Maryland, and you have these buildings precariously on the cliff of Maryland, and this is looking north. You can see how elaborate some of these homes. Well, I said the homes are small, but some of them are quite large. So as we venture along here, I'll just continue taking pictures to show you that coming into the Maryland area, metropolitan area, folks, there's so much things to see. So many things to see. You could come in this region and spend a whole month if you can afford it. From Washington to Baltimore to Annapolis to the Eastern Shore, where we're going. It's a magnificent area to visit and to live. So as we approach the bridge is 5 miles away as according to the label, and 6 minutes away. I'll bring you more highlights of the trip going to Bethany Beach, folks. So as we approach the we're about to approach the bridge, and you'll notice that some of the signs in the old days, we used to have what they call toll stations, but if you look at this sign, you see there's an easy pass, and in Maryland allows you to buy the easy pass. I have mine now. You can see it there, and it has money on it, so it allows you to pay the toll as you just drive through the slots. In the old days, you had to stop and pay. You see, it's $6 for double axle and $2 for single axle vehicle. But nowadays, most vehicles we have the Easy Pass, so it makes it more interesting and easier to get across, to use the toll areas, toll roads, folks. So we are fast approaching the Bay Bridge. I want to take, I don't know what that is. It was taking me into a, maybe, I wanted to take the outer section so we can see what the Bay Bridge looks like. So this is the Bay Bridge, folks. It cuts across the highway, the Chesapeake Bay, and the Chesapeake Bay runs quite a long shipping route. And to my right here is Annapolis over, and then you have some ships out there. And then the Bay Bridge has two bridges. It's a set of bridges, and 2 lanes on each. 2 going to the east, and 2 coming back. But at certain times, they will shut down one of these and make it a westerly approach only. Just like over the other side. Now this side is 2 lanes going, and over there is 1 lane going west and another 3rd lane going east, because they're finding that this time of the day the traffic going east is quite plentiful, so they add 1 more lane to it. So I'm not even sure when this was built, but this allows the ship or the ships to go up and down the bay from here almost into New York. You can see just gonna turn my camera to the side so you can see both sides. This is a famous Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and I think we have more than 1 bridge that spans this bay. There's one further north near Baltimore. But so far so good. Sometimes if you have an accident on this bridge, you're backed up for miles. You can see, and the toll you pay helps to maintain the bridge. That's what the toll is for, to maintain the bridge and the road surface on the bridge, because you can see where it was painted recently. Young guy is signaling to me that he is videoing. We're still on the bridge, folks. It's amazing. Still on the bridge. But we are about to finish. So this part is I'll be surprised if you don't see a lot of local fishermen out here fishing, folks. So you see, it has taken us more than 6 minutes to cross this bridge at 55 miles an hour. I'm going a little bit faster than what is required, but there you go. So one of the interesting things is Maryland, folks. I think Maryland is one of the best states in the United States, because why I'm saying that, Maryland, you can see it has wetlands in this eastern part, water, so you can do your boating. Then you have drylands. Then you have mountains where the summer, winter time, we have a lot of skiing that takes place. And that's so Maryland has drylands, wetlands, and mountains. And if you're in the Washington area, you're living among the trees. This little strip here is you know, in Queensland County. We're basically following Route 50. All along the route we have restaurants, Cracker Barrel, and all sort of things, and McDonald's, where you can stop and eat, rest. This is called Kent Highland, folks, one of the first area that the English settled. Route 50 and 301 runs parallel to in conjoined, and we're in a approaching the point where we're coming off of Kent Island, and we're gonna pass, as you said, Kent Narrows on the right to exit. But we're going over this other bridge. See the wetlands, folks. Kent Narrows. Another bridge. And all the boats that are down there. And look at all the boats over there, folks. If you're rich, just need to come to Annapolis and anchor your boat or boat up to Annapolis region. Kent Narrows, Kent Island. Look at how lovely it is. And it's not really for beach usage. The water is not really for beach usage. It's just that you have your house or condominium on the waterfront, and you're enjoying maybe long walks. We're taking a little shot of the soybean, folks. It's to show how extensive the agricultural system, agricultural industries in the United States. And this is corn that they just cut this field, and it's from eastern shore to western shore. If you travel across the United States, it's agricultural produce, folks. Corn and soybean and sunflower. It's amazing. Millions of acres of products. And the corn, of course, produces all sorts of things. Oil, cornflakes, bread, cereal. I can't even name them. Wide open space and still in this country. Right. One of the things that Maryland Eastern Shore is also famous for is the chicken industry. And one of the big boys over here is of course Purdue, and Purdue produces millions of pounds of chicken a year, folks. Okay. One of those rare stoplights. So if you look across there, you can see the extensive building that elongated. That's a chicken house, chicken farm, and they're all over this area. So if you want to be a chicken farmer, you can chicken grower, you can actually contract with Purdue, and they'll supply the food, the chicken, and you just maintain the life until they reach a certain age or weight, and then you're able to they come and take them off your hands and calculate the difference between how much they gave you and how much you and how much profit. They will split the profit. Well, a certain amount is an agreement that okay, they take the chickens off you when they are mature, and they give you a certain percentage. But it seems to be working, because folks are making a living out of that industry. And there's a little dairy farm industry over here also, and pig farming. So this is saying we are in the town of Denton. Let's go to that water tower, and we're now heading south 313. The Shipping Explorer hasn't come this way for quite a while, but so I find that that sometimes I'm questioning where I'm going. I have the GPS on although, so that's helpful. GPS on to keep me on track, folks. Now here's another place. Over the last 30 years, over here was just a little farmland, and somebody thought they should start a few stores, and now it has become, it's almost a town, a little town within the eastern countryside here. Now they have insurance and everything. Aldi. It started out as just a gas station, I think, if I remember right. Man, I tell you, the development that can take place in some of these countries, especially the United States, folks. If you leave an area in 20 years, you come back, you probably get lost, because it's fast moving. right. Of course, you see the open fields. Wild turkey buzzers are feeding on the leftover corn. All right. We're still in farm country, folks. This is corn that hasn't been reaped yet, or maize, and I'm not sure if the production quality of that farm is good, because they don't look as high as they used to. But I think they're gonna reap, because here is the harvester on my left, and these big John Deere machines. The harvest has started. And soybean again. We're still on 404. If you see those, the long stretch of piping, those are pipes that used to water the plantation, folks. So here, welcome to Delaware. You know, when you're in the dairy farm, you have entered Delaware. And Delaware is an interesting state, folks. If you're in Delaware, if you live in Delaware, you don't have, I don't think you have income tax. May have consumer tax and sales tax, but I don't think you're taxed on your regular income. And for fuel, I know the tax for fuel is, or gas, is quite less than Maryland. As soon as you cross into the Delaware, you feel like you're in a country. The country, you feel like you're deeper into country. So that's what come this area for 40 years, and because we used to have to carry the kids over to Bethany for camping. And all along this route you find that you have people selling their produce, and one of the things this time of the year is the ubiquitous American pumpkin that you buy and you carve and you celebrate Halloween, and then you here we go, looks like dairy, not the dairy. Oh, I should have stopped and get some ice cream.
found a faster route via Delaware 404 East and US 113 South, North DuPont Boulevard, which saves 5 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap no thanks.
Building in front of us is on the weekend they cook chicken, barbecue chicken, and it's one of the best tasting chicken on in the area. But it seems like they only open on Saturdays, or maybe Fridays and Saturdays, but obviously in the weekend, because they're not open right now. Normally stop there for lunch, but today Shippy the Explorer is just boogieing along this route to get into Bethany. This is country, folks. Small homes. I guess they are part of the farming industry, and I guess they're happy. There's an elaborate sprinkler system over there that probably can do maybe 10 acres. What it has a wheel, a series of wheels, and as it moves around the in a circular motion, and while the pump is on, it just water the agricultural plants. So as we go through this area, we'll show you that the area can also have trees. GoPro may go out, folks, but this I want to show you. This is where all the most of the corn produce, after they harvest it, they come to this massive depot where they deposit the grain, and then there's a train system that comes up here and collects the grain and ship it to all parts of the country. So you can see the corn industry is right here in this part of Delaware. And now we are going to turn south on Highway 13, and that will take us further closer to the beach. So as we go along here, folks, we'll just
continue on US 13 South for 3/4 of a mile.
Okay, we'll bring you highlights. This is fields and fields and acres of pumpkin. Folks, look at that. Red, yellow pumpkin, white pumpkin, but mainly yellow pumpkin. Over here is peach. The trees are looking a little bit dreary. So it's farm country, folks. Farm country. This is remind you that you're watching Shippy the Explorer as he venture out to not Ocean City, but Bethany. And we are on route in Delaware at this moment. So Delaware is quite flat. It's almost like Midwest, folks. Flat land. You can imagine how flat this country is. For miles and miles, it's flat land. So that makes the farming much easier.
Turn right onto Road 591, Apple Tree Road. Turn right onto Road 591, Apple Tree Road. Continue on Road 591 for 2 miles.
It's taking it through these small towns. I don't particularly like that. This is the second chicken place beside this little country church that the Kiwanis Club sells chicken on a Saturday. And more farm country, folks. I've been driving for almost 2 hours, and and it's farm country up and farm country. A lot of people don't realize how much the United States produce, how much agricultural produce is produced in this country. I don't know what that is. Look like This is Delaware College. This is the area where we turn south, I'm sure. This place has developed over the years. Seems like it has some history to it. William Jason Comprehensive High School. So it has some and we can see the sign up front. It says Bethany Beach. We're supposed to use route 113 south. Well, hopefully you're enjoying this trip, folks. This is Ship of the Explorer taking you
In 1,000
to
feet, use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto US 113 South,
Bethany.
North DuPont Boulevard. Use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto US 113 South, North DuPont Boulevard.
There we go. And then we pick up 113. 113, for those who have traveled to the United States, runs north and south through Delaware from New York straight down to bottom of Delaware.
Continue on
One
US
straight
113
road.
South for 12 miles.
See? So we're going to be on this road for 12 miles. And then we'll reach a point where we turn left. Remember that direction. So we are getting there, folks. Getting there. This is a road trip to Bethany Beach. And then when we reach Bethany Beach, I'll bring you highlights of some of the activities of the town. And just wanted to say, 100 years ago, the family had bought places in Bethany. I'm not even sure, maybe $20 a lot. It would have the family would be a multi-millionaire now. But of course we weren't here. Ship the Explorer is from another society. Tropical, folks. So since we are going to be on this route for such a long time, I'll just take a small break here and bring you back in as we enter the district, the Bethany Beach district. So, and look, that the sun is fast going down, descending, setting, and as soon as it sets, it will be dark. Clayton, folks. You know you're in a small town when you see a small theater and houses look like old cowboy houses. You travel 15 miles an hour, then you know that you're in a small town. Welcome to Woodlands of Pepper Creek. Wow. This Pepper Creek is up there. So we're basically taking the highway, well, Route 20, going further east. And we are just 11 miles from Bethany. So we're on our way, folks. But they display the old car, old bomb, old rocket. I'll tell you. Fine people live in the United States in all sorts of places and conditions, and it's a wonder. Look at this church, started 1721. No, the grave was 1721. So this is a old burial spot. Let's take a little bit more of this area so we can see. So we're on Vines Creek, folks, and the things say I'm going too fast. Bethany, it wants me to go 25 miles an hour, and there it goes. I'm going 25, 23, I think. Sooner or later, this area will be pure homes. It's basically the same. Let's pass the gas station and see what the price is. I know I pay $3 something, almost $4 a gallon. You see, Delaware is $3 basically. So they're almost $1 cheaper for gas over in Delaware. Dogs, bird trees. Country, folks, country. Cornfields never leave us. Well, the sign says Bethany Beach, folks. So as soon as you cross over that bridge, you can see that you can just imagine how Bethany Beach has come a long way in 123 years, because the stories that they were begging people to buy these plots, these lots back in those days. Nobody wanted to invest in these areas. And you can see now it's almost everywhere is developed, and you have shops and small shops and large shops, but certainly small plazas where you can do your shopping, and you're just a mile from the less than a mile from the beach. So if you can afford to buy one of these properties less than a mile away, then you can live quite close to the beach. Or if you don't choose, if you want to just rent it out as Airbnb or summer home, then it's a good investment. But as you can see, I don't see one for sale sign, so nobody's selling. Well, they're probably selling under the radar.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Delaware.
And just want to point out that this bit of property on the left used to belong to the church. We sold it, and this is what we could not sell it to a developer because the stipulation with the covenant so as we can. And look all that done a wonderful thing with this area. So welcome to Bethany Beach, folks. When you come here and you see this totem, the carved wooden statue, then you know you're in the beach area. And 15 acres of a land for the church certainly was on the left. From the left, go up to that area. And as we go up into town, we'll show you where the church is. And less than a block away is the beach front. So you can just feel the family oriented atmosphere already, because well, I think one of the things driving it is not the high-rise building, but they are low buildings, and seem welcoming. This is Route 1. We're crossing
feet,
over.
Turn right onto Central Boulevard.
I'm just gonna go up here and turn left, because that's the church property, folks, right in the middle of town. And look at all that shopping. No cars are coming. No. All these restaurants and all that. So welcome
North Pennsylvania Avenue toward Campbell
to
Place.
Bethany
In 500
Beach,
feet, turn right onto
folks.
Central Boulevard.
And it says welcome CC Capital Area.
Turn right onto
Capital
Head
Area
west toward
Conference
Garfield
Center.
Parkway.
And this is the small church we
400
have
feet,
here.
Turn right onto Garfield Parkway.
And we want to see where our registration is.
Turn right onto Garfield Parkway, then turn right onto Delaware 1 North.
Just jump out for a second and take a picture of the area. The old tabernacle used to be over there, and they took that down and they put this big conference center. Don't see where the registration is, so I have to find where registration is taking place. And I'm not sure, that's the disciples house. One of that is disciples house, one is Campbell Scott's house, disciples house, and Stone house, I think. So this is the rest of the property, and this is where this is what the church still holds. One of these buildings was actually donated, was shipped here on a truck back and placed. It might be Scott's house. So welcome to Delaware, folks. And this is Shippy the Explorer. We'll explore together. Thanks for watching, but if anything is interesting, I'll show it before I close this video. Okay, so we're looking for intersection of Hollywood and Atlantic. Look at this, folks. The beach is right there. The boardwalk is there. Hollywood and Atlantic. Bethany Beach, Ocean Suits. See what sir.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I guess we can park in here for a second.
I think so.
Bit.
Free parking everywhere.
Yeah. Oh. So it's not have to maybe get parked somewhere else. Hotel parking permit must be displayed. Well, come around. Come around. Yeah. I'll just run down the street. Okay. Go at the top and register. Oh, there's one. Oh, sorry. I've been preoccupied, folks, trying to see where I'm going. So this is look at this place. Maybe I should run up to the beach quick and show you the beach. But let's register first. They wanted to give away places in here, folks, years ago. And now if you can't even afford to buy one of these old places. I'm just gonna run to the beach and show you that It's less than a block away. So real estate is quite interesting, folks. It's one of the best investment you can ever have in life, you know. If you have, there's a saying, say location, 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 and it's amazing. So they have placed these barriers, sand barriers, so to keep the ocean from eroding or coming or flooding the city. Because at one time, believe it or not, this area, the sea would come. And look at that, folks. Welcome to oceans, to Bethany Beach. Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? All right. Just blogging away here. The Shippy the Explorer. How are you doing? Good. Look at miles and miles of beach. Welcome to Bethany Beach. And you can see where there's no traffic. This time you wouldn't be swimming, but good walk is in the play. So, wow. Oh, all right. I better register before they forget me. Wow, look at that. It's fall. So what is happening? What is happening is that the place is quiet and hardly anybody is here. So good. So you can afford to buy. So long-term investment is a thing, but a lot of people didn't want to buy in this region because they thought this was, see, it took us almost 3 hours to reach. So those days you're on a little car or your horse and buggy. Who wants to come this far? But you can see now, after 100 years, you see what has happened. I'll tell you, most likely up here, and wow. Hi, Fred.
Well, hello there. Long time no see. How are you? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Wow, it's been a long time.
I know. Maybe 20 years.
Yeah. There you go. Time goes when you're having fun.
I tell you, how are you doing?
Very well. Very well.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn it.